right, here we are. Hope you can hear me and everything sounds good. I am not a guy that should be doing anything right now. I am hopped up. What did Kevin Matthews say? Popped up on pep pills or something. I am just drugged out of my mind right now, and I have hurt myself. Should not be doing this, but I am going to be leaving, and I'm taking some time, and I want to make sure we did this. And I have a great guest, and I wanted to be on my A game, and I'm not even on my C game tonight. But look, this is the Monastery of the Mind. Welcome. We will continue. Does it sound? Can you still hear me? Okay. Is it still? Everything just went dead. The mind meld continues here. The hodgepodge montage that starts the show, and you know where I'm from. The fannies are fat, and the catfish are frying, and I'm from a simple place. And I'll tell you, just when we hit superstardom, I would say there was a guy there with me who hit superstardom. Farley was one of them. Billy Corgan was another one. Chelios was one, and I'm going to introduce you to who the other person is. A major name to Chicago, and a major name to a lot of people. So anyway, I don't know what happened. Oh God, I can't even lift my arm. Something went wrong there. But look, the grass is always greener on the other side because it's AstroTurf. If we wait, I won't get this guy on, and I'll be heartbroken over it. I was reading about Aleister Crowley, who's demonic and not a good guy, but he claimed that he could be invisible. And I also have experienced invisibility. And what do I mean by that? I was maybe a supernatural thing. I was at a party, Jack Frank's house. He was a local politician, and I've said this before. And it was a big crowd. Let's say 50 people, and there was kids playing a Ouija board in front of everybody. And my kids were on each side. I have twin daughters. And I said, "Oh, this is bullshit. I'm not part of this." And I walked over from everybody, and I took the Ouija board from the kids, and I broke it over my knee, and everyone was frozen. And there was a TV show when I was a kid called with Pam Dauber, I think. Pam Dauber, the girl with the gold watch and everything, where she could freeze time with a stopwatch. And it was as if time had frozen. And I went and threw it in the trash and turned around, and nobody reacted. Nobody. Imagine that. Imagine if I'm at your party with 50 people and we're watching the Super Bowl, and I go in front of everybody and break this board and say, "I'm not going to have that around my daughters." And I walk off, throw it away, and come back. And I mean, people were, and I'm not kidding you, bizarre. The other thing I wanted to mention, and this would be so much better if I was not drugged up. Everything I got medicine head. But Chuck Norris, I'm friends with him. 2.5 Men. Was it 1.5 Men? What was the 2.5 Men? Was something else. See, I got brain fog. Anyway, Chuck Norris, I don't get it. I've wanted to say it for a long time. But Walker was a horrible show. I like him. I like the guy a lot. I just don't quite get it. We're still taking nutrition. Every time I open my phone, it's Chuck Norris has nutrition advice. I love the guy. Politically, we're in line. But did he ever do a good movie? Okay, some of them were fun, but did he ever do anything that was not mediocre? And yet this guy continues to be part of our culture. I guess it's a good thing. Vaping, the other thing. Ladies, the purple hair, it's making you fat. I don't know. Is it just only the purple, the blue, sometimes the orange? It must have an effect on these women because they're all fat and they're angry. So it's ever in the dye, ladies, is making you fat and angry. And I'll tell you something else, ladies, that just makes you look really ugly is when you're walking around, and I always think they're sucking on a tampon applicator, but they're vaping. God, do people look ugly vaping. I have a wild idea for you. Keep the government out of it. Go to your old weed dealer, buy some weed, roll a joint, smoke it up, get rid of it, enjoy your life, and don't give so much money in taxes for a joint you used to get for a fourth of the price. What else was I reading? Speaking of natural, hang in there, Cal. You're okay. Yeah. The other thing I was reading is, and I like Chick-fil-A. My friend calls it Jesus chicken. I don't think of it as Jesus chicken. I told you about meeting the head of Chick-fil-A, and I said, "How do you get such great employees?" And he said, "We hire them that way. And if somebody comes in with bad attitude and no energy in an interview, they don't hire them. You can always goose somebody to have more energy, but once you have a dud, you're stuck with a dud. So I thought that guy was impressive. I thought Chick-fil-A was impressive. 55 ingredients in the chicken sandwich. That gives me pause. 55 different ingredients in a chicken sandwich. Why? And then you think, and I'm not tying this into Chick-fil-A, but man, something's going on that everybody's so fat. All the guys are so feminine. Something is going on in our environment. And I don't believe it's cow farts, and I don't believe it's us breathing. But the government will fix it, right? The same government that caused you to get all the, I can't move this arm. But the same government that wants you to get all the medicine, you'd lose your job if you didn't get all the, you had to get it. That same government now has opened our border to what? I hear 10 million, I hear 17 million illegals that are unvaxxed. You'd lose your job if you didn't take what I call the poison. But yet, here we are. And by the way, these are not, these are not good people here. Nice people here. Some of them are, I'm sure. But we got some Chinese folks in there. We got some folks that are here to create war. And as I've said, I think a lot of these people are soldiers, not all of them, but I think enough of them that we're gonna end up with some of their boots on our throats. They're here by design, and if Trump wins, the cities will burn, and they'll say, "Oh, people are upset about fascism." Oh, bullshit! It's all a setup. And next time I'm back on, we're going to talk about where prophecy is going. I want to talk about raccoon eyes and what that has to do with the children. You see this frequently in cartoons now and other things, and it's what it means. What do raccoon eyes on children mean when they show that? And sometimes it's makeup, sometimes it's just or makeup that's run. What do raccoon eyes mean? If you don't know, I will tell you the next time we get together. And it's on a lot of billboards, man. It's on a lot of billboards. A lot of times when you see kids, why do they have all the heavy black makeup? It means something, and it's very sinister. You want to roll that little tape of me walking through my neighborhood, Ralph, and then we'll start the show? Just around me everywhere, just standing right here in one spot in my neighborhood. 12 signs. 12 signs. Can you see all the signs? Don't do this, don't do that. And, look, I'm pre-Tesla. I'm 5-man electrical band, but just the government, every aspect of our lives being told what to do and what not to do. I'm just so sick of it. The constant interference by this government. Are you with me? Mancow. This is the Lion's Den. I hope you do that before you tune in. This is where the angels and the devils fight their shoes upside tonight. Me and part monkey bar mystery. The angels and the devils are playing tug of war with my personality. Signs. 12 signs. Can you possibly read all those signs? 12 signs at one. Here. Oh, and man, everything's a gotcha, right? Everything's a gotcha. Oh, well, and the courts are, of course, they've been weaponized. So here we go. All right. I'm so excited to have on this guest. Oh, I want to tell you before I go to the guest. This almost caused a big fight between me and Simon LeBon of Duran Brand. This is a Juicy Couture, one of a kind, red carpet massacre jacket. It was a Duran show. I went with Donald Trump, and John Taylor gave me this jacket. And sometime later, Simon LeBon saw me, and I was wearing this jacket, and he said, "You stole that." I said, "What are you talking about?" And he called John, and John said, "No, I gave it to Mancow. One of a kind." Anyway, pretty cool. And I just wanted to wear it tonight. All right, let's go to Jeremy as I name drop. Jeremy, look how good you look. You look the same.
Listen, I haven't drank in 30 days. I'm starting to look like my old self again. I love
Wait,
it.
what happened? What happened?
Sometimes you just got to give your body a break. You got to, get yourself back into fighting shape. And then third, prove you don't have a problem. And I've done all three in the last 30 days. So I'm really happy. And I survived the weekend in Chicago at Chelly's Jersey retirement weekend. And now I'm on with you. Like, how can I finish the weekend better?
Jeremy, I blew it. God, did I blow it. Karen Kirk, our friend, and others invited me. I had tickets all day to go to that, both days. Kid Rock was there.
It was unbelievable.
I blew it.
It was unbelievable.
But I had made plans with other people, and I try not to do that. Oh, bigger name. Jeremy Roenick wants to hang out. I can't.
Well, it's not only that. It wasn't just Chelly and his Jersey retirement, because it was unbelievable. And I've never seen Chelly talk so well and so long in one place in one sitting. Never. I've never seen Chelly perform in front of so many people so well. And that team goes back to his hockey days. I mean, his speech was bang on, picture perfect. He hit every aspect of his life. He hit all the people he needed to hit. But then the game started, and they're playing the arch rival Detroit. And Patrick Kane is back in United Center for the first time since he's been traded. And what happens? The Hawks are winning until the last 5 minutes. And then DeBrincat scores the tying goal, who used to be for Chicago. They traded him away. And then in overtime, Patrick Kane goes and just buries one top shelf to win the game for Detroit, and came out to a standing ovation to 19,000 people at United Center that just appreciated Patrick Kane for what he's done for the city and how he finished the night. And it was really a fitting, perfectly executed weekend by the Blackhawks, Chelios, and finished off by Patrick Kane. It was awesome.
Look, we have all spent a fair amount of time together over the years. And Chelios, every time I see him, even today, he's a little suspicious of me. It's only been 30 years. And then after a few minutes, he's like, oh, okay, Mancow's okay. And I remember he used to say that. Like, he would be like, what are we doing? What's Mancow's okay? It's okay. Mancow's okay. You always stuck up for me. Is he suspicious by nature, or is it me?
He's protective by nature. No question about it.
I mean, it ends quickly, and then he's like, he remembers, oh, yeah, we're friends.
Yes,
but
he's one of the reasons why one of the reasons he has such great friends is because he picks his friends very wisely, and he protects his friends, and he doesn't expose his friends.
Yeah.
So, and he does like to keep a low profile, even though his friends are like the highest profile of all time.
Yeah.
Right? But he's just a super guy.
What does he do better than you?
He keeps his body in shape way better than I do. He is like a freak of nature.
He's having fun.
He's in better shape. He's like a 12-pack. He's tan. He's the Greek god of all sports. He still looks better than half the players playing in the National Hockey League today. I mean, I think he weighs like 175 pounds soaking wet. He's just a specimen.
And where are you now?
I'm at my house in San Diego. I'm back in San Diego.
It looks like a Dallas house. A lot of houses in Dallas have those horse pictures.
I live in a horse family. My wife has been in horses her whole life, has a training business. My daughter is one of the top riders in the world that lives in Germany. She rides for the largest breeding farm right now. And so everything around my house is horses. I'm just glad I don't have to pay for them anymore.
Yeah. I had we had the #1 Tennessee walking horse on earth when I was a kid.
For real.
At one time we had 375 horses. No joke.
That would be way too much for me.
We didn't own them all, but on our farm we had 375 horses. Some of them were being boarded, and
it's a lot of work, man.
And it's a lot of work, and they're very stupid and they're very dangerous. And I don't think people realize how dangerous they are.
Yes, but they are also very beautiful, and they're also very therapeutic. So you got a bunch of that. But listen, I don't ride horses. I used to pay for them. Now I just admire them. And we're actually making money on horses now, which we found a way to get. Yep, we did. Yes, we did.
I had a daughter probably 10 years ago that fell off a horse and got hurt. And I said, literally, you got to get back up on the horse. I mean, that's right. You got to get back up there.
Yeah.
And she did it, and she was great. And I said, you don't have to do it again. That's it. You don't have to do it again.
But isn't that like life, right? You fall down.
That's the point, right?
Get your ass back up.
You got to get back up. You got to get back up.
And no coddling. Just wipe it off. Okay, because just like you were saying, nobody else is going to feel bad for you. Everybody else has their own problems. Just get up and keep going. That's how you have to be.
Jeremy, did you? Oh God, I don't. Yeah, look. Do we still agree the coolest logo in all of sports anywhere on earth is the Blackhawks logo?
Best jerseys in all of sports. Not even close second.
And Phoenix, not the best.
You know what? That Cucina jersey, when I first got there, it looked like somebody threw up on it. I hate it, but it kind of grew on me. It kind of grew on me.
Especially when they're paying you.
Yeah, well, exactly.
So I remember, I mean, I don't know other word to use other than lying, and I don't want to get you in trouble with the Wirtz family, but, Wirtz assured me, oh, Jeremy's staying. Jeremy was my guy. You were on the show every week, and you weren't staying, and he knew it. And I call that a lie. I don't know, but
Well, nowadays that would be par for the course for everybody. I mean, it's going everywhere, right?
But I ended up being quite friendly with Rocky. I thought he was a good man. Mm-hmm. And who's running things now?
So Rocky was great. He did an amazing job with this team. He is the reason why they won 3 cups in 6 years, because he did it the right way. He He brought back a lot of old Hawks. He opened it up to the fans. He started paying the players the way they deserve to be paid. And he treated the business like it's supposed to be treated. And the players responded. And he built a winner. And, now it's in that rebuild again, because you're never going to keep something together when you have 3 cups in 6 years. Everybody's going to want to get paid. Everybody's going to go their separate ways.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Rocky passed of a tragic ending at the end, and very unexpected, which I think saddened everybody. And now his son, Danny Wirtz, runs the ship, who is an amazing guy. Again, a great guy, loves the Hawks. He's keeping that love and passion for the Hawks continuing. And I think he will do exactly what Rocky was doing in the kind of same pretense, treating it the right way, paying the players. I just wish he would bring me back in as an ambassador so I can come in and be a part of the journey. That would be great.
Everybody loves Jeremy Roenick.
It was fun being in United Center yesterday, man. I mean, I swear to God, I took 1,000 pictures. I signed 10,000 autographs, it seemed, and there wasn't one person that wasn't super kind and nice to me. And
where did you eat? Where did you go to eat?
I went to Chicago Cut.
Okay.
I went to Chicago Cut on Saturday. I went to actually a place called Viaggio, which is the Italian place.
Yeah, I know it.
Viaggio right down the street on Madison Ave, which is great.
Do you have fond memories of Chicago Stadium?
The fondest, the most. It was still today the most ruckus, loudest, most energetic, and had the most spirit and character of any building I've ever played in. Not even close second.
Are you alone right now?
Yes.
Okay. So, you and I were young men.
Yes.
Many years ago.
Yes.
I was around. I wasn't best friends with Jordan. I'm not going to say that, but I certainly was around Rod a lot and Luke Longley.
Yeah.
And I was around you and all those guys. Probert. I want to talk about Probert before we say goodbye.
Yeah.
Who would the goaltender have been?
Eddie Belfour. I saw him this morning. Eddie was out all night last night. He pulled an all-nighter.
Good.
So, yeah, he celebrated with Shelley very well.
But having been with the Bulls in their heyday and the Blackhawks in that era,
it was everywhere. It was everywhere.
No, but
it was everywhere.
No.
It was.
Hang on. Hang on. Roenick.
I know where you're going.
Roenick. You don't know where I'm going. You don't know where I'm going.
I do, because you and I are brothers. I know exactly.
You don't know where. I'm saying. I was around the Bears. I was around the '80s Bears after the fact. I'm just saying the quality of women.
Yes.
That you guys got.
Caviar.
Solid.
Beluga caviar. Like best of the best.
These weren't just dirty girls who would climb up under Dennis Rodman's table. These were models.
Yes.
All of them.
Everywhere you go.
And they threw themselves at you.
It was a different time back then. It was like, we weren't into like all the crazy stuff that's going on. There was no social media, there was nothing really to get you in a lot of trouble. The mentality was different. You didn't have wokeism. You didn't have any of this stuff that we have to deal with today. We didn't have the divisiveness that we have now, thanks to our idiots in government and our stupid media and mainstream media. It was it was more fun. It was more fun, and you can do more things, but now it's totally different.
I couldn't exist. I could do it, but I really couldn't. I couldn't do, and we couldn't do the shows that we did. And I never, brother, you and I both, which is
actually sad. It was just actually sad. It really is. It really is sad.
We reacted. We never attacked anybody. You were a lovely guy. You signed every autograph. You were good to your fans. I mean, you were really good to your fans.
Yes, very.
And you had time for everybody. If somebody messed with you, then you would fight back. The same thing with me. I never was an attack guy. Our time was good natured. Yes, we were young men. I know this is crazy. We liked beautiful women.
Yep.
But other than that, so do you find? I'll give you a quick setup. A year ago, a girl. I'm taking a picture with a girl. Can I get a picture with you? Yeah. And I took a picture, and she gives me a little kiss on the neck, and I saw snap. Oh shit, man! Please, I'm married. Yeah. I don't need this. Yeah. Let me have you now. Let me see you take it out of deletes. Yeah. Take it out of the delete file. And the guy said, "No, I'm a big Mancow fan. I get it."
No, I still get into a lot of situations.
Hold on. Just one more quick thing. So Burt Reynolds, right before he died, I'm taking a picture, and he goes, "You can't put your arm around me." Okay. He goes, no, I did it for 60 years. He goes, then I had some guy claim I was his lover. It's gotten so stupid. So yeah. So tell me about your situation.
Yeah,
So
it's
last
true.
night,
It
women
is
want
true.
to take pictures with you. What do you do?
Yeah, it is, and I'm stubborn, and I am who I am, and I am a physical person. I love being able to put my arm around someone and take a picture. I always don't see the harm in that. And I always give everybody the benefit of the doubt, thinking that they're good people. And my wife always says, don't put your arm around people. Don't touch people, because you never know what they're going to do. You never know when you're going to run into that one person that said that you touched their ass, or you slipped past their breast, or you did something, even if it was unintentional. Even if they say you did something, you're going to get ridiculed and just absolutely demoralized.
Well,
so, but I find it very hard to change, because I am I do love people so much, and I do love that closeness of my friends and my fans. And one day, I just hope it doesn't backfire on me one day.
Is Jeremy, just because we knew each other as toddlers, not really, but forgive my stupid question. Okay. I liked you. I like the personalities. Personalities, not anyway, the stats. I'm not a stat guy. Did you have a good career? Did it end up being a good career?
I had amazing career. Amazing.
I'm sincere.
Yeah.
I'm not playing a joke here or anything. I'm just not a stats guy. Nope. So did you play longer than most, or not as long as most?
I played way longer than most. I played 21 years in the league. 19 of them were seasons, because we had 2 lockout seasons. So I started in 88, finished in 09. I was 4th all-time American in points, 3rd all-time American in goals, top 50 in points and goals in the history of the league, history of the world.
Wow.
And only 3 in the history of the Chicago Blackhawks, only 3 players have ever scored 50 goals.
And that's
me,
yeah,
Bobby Hull, and Al Secord did it once. So you think of a storied franchise that has been around for decades upon decades upon decades, and only 3 of us. So I accomplished things.
Jeremy, did you have a drinking issue?
No, not at all. Never.
Because I want to tell you, Hull was around me a lot over the years.
Yeah.
And he would drink anything. He sat with me and drank an entire bottle of Drambuie. I don't know how you. Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, he was a big wine guy at the end, right? I don't think he was ever in public or somewhere where he didn't have a bottle of wine in a wine glass. I've never had a problem. I have a very high tolerance. I can go with the best of them.
Yeah.
But I also can control it, and I can maneuver, and I'm not a sloppy guy where I fall over the place. Yeah. And like I said, I've been sober now and I haven't had a drink. I should say I haven't had a drink for 30 days. So I don't have a problem.
Unless you've got a problem, I don't give a shit.
No, I don't either. But I'm actually proud of the fact of being in the lifestyle that I have, and still today at 54 years old, and I'm 15 years out of the league, that I still am in a very, very prominent position of being out and entertaining and being in all of this stuff, and still being able to control myself.
Do you dream about being on the ice? Are your dreams still? No.
I don't never think about it.
For me, when the radio thing was over, it was over, and I knew it. When you ended it, were you're okay with it?
I was done. From the moment I said I retired, I never missed a game. I never missed the ice. Actually, when I put my skates on, I actually get chills. Like, I don't like it. Like I'll skate to raise money for charity or to teach young kids. Yeah. But I'm not going to go and just go down to the men's leagues games and just put on the skates and go play for fun. That'll never happen, ever. I hate it.
Did it get to be a grind?
For sure it was a grind. You play 21 years and play as hard as I did. I mean, I fought, I hit, I took a beating. I was extremely physical, Mancow. You see the marks on my face, and I did it as hard as anybody. So when I was done, that was it. I was done. But I'm lucky now. I'm still in good shape. I'm not sore. I have no bad back, and I can still hit a golf ball.
Farley was around us. Farley was around us, and I thought, my take on Farley is not the take I'm supposed to have.
We knew him.
Well, he was a slob degenerate. I mean, well, whatever. I love the guy, but
we saw a lot more than most people
saw.
Oh
shit. Did we or did we not? So I'm with Donnie Cruz.
Yeah, oh God. I love Donnie. God rest his soul, Donnie.
Yeah, God rest his soul. So we're at Stanley's. Eddie Vedder's there. Not a fan, but Eddie has always been very nice. That's not my music.
Yeah.
I think Shelly was there. I think Kid Rock was there.
Maybe
and
Kid.
And Probert came out.
Yep.
And was bragging about how long he'd been off the wagon. Mm-hmm. And by the end of the night, that was it. And I don't think he ever came back from that night.
It's a wild life. There's no question. Probert was, and Probert, he was like the gentlest giant.
For people that are joining us.
So Bob Probert was arguably the toughest fighter and the toughest man ever to play in the National Hockey League. Would fight anybody, would kill anybody, would beat anybody up. Was as scary of a person when the gloves dropped as ever, but as nice a guy in the locker room and to meet him on the street. He was the kindest, most pleasant, soft-spoken guy. But when he got going, it was a switch. And when that switch hit, find the nearest exit. Find the nearest exit and get
Jeremy,
out.
I'm just telling you, sitting watching you guys play, and I don't know what music they would play, right? It was that sinister organ music. Yeah. And when Probert got pissed off, and there's not a person in Chicago that's been to a Blackhawks game and saw Probert doesn't remember this, and that giant would come down the ice, rocking back and forth, headed towards the enemy. Shit, you knew it was on, and it was good, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was the Frankenstein of hockey.
He came after me twice, and I thought I thought literally one time I thought I was going to die. I literally thought he was going to punch me and knock my face straight in. Like that's how scared I was.
When you were no longer a Blackhawk, were they mean to you?
No.
Would they say shit to you?
Yeah, it's
yeah.
I mean, we'd play hard against each other, but after we'd go out for a beer and have some fun, and we stay friends.
Where was your hang back? You and I did red light a few times.
Yeah. We had a couple. The only place I could get into as a young kid was Excalibur back in the day. Remember, Excalibur is now Tao, and
that's where I met my wife.
Yeah, and that was.
But I was buried alive outside. She wasn't one of the fat girls inside. I used to say, if you can't get laid at Excalibur, because all the fat girls will come up from the suburbs and they're looking to get laid.
Yeah.
And
I know.
If you could, and I'll tell you the other one is Redhead Piano Bar, which that was just. That was the bottom though. That was. Should I call a prostitute or? Redhead. I'll go to the Redhead Piano Bar.
So
I never pulled anyone out of there because that was a rough mix. Yeah.
Well, Redhead, what's even more kind of sultry and dirty than that is the Zebra Lounge right down the street. That was another one of my hangs. So it would be the Lodge, it would be the Zebra Lounge, it'd be Redhead, it would be Excalibur, and then in the summertime you head down to Tavern on Rush and just sit on Tavern on Rush and just
what a hang.
That was Viagra Triangle down there, man. It was crazy. It was awesome.
I remember, I think it was the Lodge. I remember we were looking for some place to go, me and Farley. He's like, wait, we'll go to the Lodge. They love me. Mm-hmm. And he walked in and the entire place trying, get out of here, you piece of shit. The last time you were here, you broke all kinds of stuff.
It's a generational bar. The Lodge is a generational bar. That's all I got to tell you. I was in it. I had friends in there the other night, and it looked like there was like ages 20 to 35 in there, and that peanut infested, smelly, dirty, just awesome.
How about Richards? Have you remember Richards?
Yeah, of course. Remember Richards? Sure. Yeah, I didn't go there as much.
They haven't cleaned it, Jeremy. It'll really feel like your sweat is still on the floor there. And La Scarola, right next door.
La Scarola was fantastic. Yeah,
still fantastic. Have the Polo Island Mancow. All right, so it's funny here in San Diego because someone I don't like very much is going to be on trial in San Diego here in a few days. I can't talk about it, but
who's that? Who is
I can't talk about it. Where would you? I'm just not a big fan of people beating up women, but that's me. Tell me.
I'm with you.
Where would I come? I'll tell you. I'd like you to meet up. Do you have any desire to meet up with Sam Jones? Sam Jones was Flash Gordon. He was also in both Ted movies. He's a real good buddy of mine.
Sure. As he's out here, I would love to meet him. And I live out here for a reason because it's a little piece of heaven out here. And
where would you take me, Jeremy? When I come to, where are we gonna hang in San Diego?
I would take you to probably
Burger King, and then I'd get out of there. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you're really thinking.
I would take you to Steak 48 for sure for an amazing dinner.
I've heard of that.
Amazing dinner. It's an amazing place. The restaurants are great here. The beach is right there. We got the racetrack here. Golf is awesome. There's a lot of little cool little hideaways that we can sneak off to down here.
The fans were so strong, and not always in a good way, but the fans were so obvious in Chicago for you.
Yeah.
Do you miss that? That effusive love everywhere you went?
I do. But you know what? I made sure, and we talked about this earlier, my commitment to the fans and my commitment to show them how much I love them and to give them the time of day and to make eye contact, throw pucks to people, stop in the middle of the street, take time to get away from my table and take a picture. And then play the game the right way. Play it hard. Play it, with energy every night. Play it with passion every night. I think fans appreciated that. I had a really good fan base in every city that I went to, with the exception of maybe LA, because I sucked in LA for that 1 year. If it wasn't all my fault, but pretty much everywhere, I've had a really tremendous fan base. I was in Philly for 3 years, and still, I think today my fan base in Philly is almost as strong as my fan base in Chicago. So I've been very, very blessed. But I also have a lot of people that just just despise me, that will tweet me or put on social media that they hope that I die in a fiery plane crash, right? So I have both sides of the totem pole.
Well, they're in Detroit.
Well, again, exactly. It's the teams that I crush all the time.
Did you like the food in Philly?
I love the cheesesteaks, man. The cheesesteaks in Philly.
Did you ever have Scrapple?
But Steven Starr was a big restaurateur in Philadelphia, and he had probably 5 or 6 restaurants.
Did you ever have something called Scrapple or Taylor's pork roll? Philadelphia only breakfast. Beautiful breakfast.
Really? No, I never had it.
Very meaty. Did you run the steps? Did you run the
Stallone steps? Of course I ran the steps. You have to
do
run the steps.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the first things you do when you go to Philly. Absolutely.
Did you feel any difference in Chicago being back here dirty-wise? Did it look dirtier to you?
It definitely has changed a lot, without question. I didn't feel as comfortable walking on the streets as I usually do. Where I would be at XCal, let's say at Tao, and I'd walk back to my hotel room, which is right by the river in Wacker in Michigan. I would take an Uber, whereas before I would walk. It's definitely a different looking city than I remember it to be. And I think it's just the not knowing who is there and what their incentive is or what their mind frame is. It's a totally different feeling. I'm not kidding.
Well, we could go there for the next hour.
But the stores are different. I mean, the stores are boarded up. Some of the restaurants I used to go to are not there anymore.
Well, that's what happens when righteous protesters burn your business up twice and defecate in your store and say a bunch of racist shit. People don't want to be around. And that's what happened. I saw it twice.
Listen, whenever you don't have accountability, when accountability is not kept, you're gonna have the inmates run the asylum, and there's no accountability. And unfortunately, that's rampant in a lot of different places. And now Chicago has a mayor that's even worse than the one that was there previous, which was even worse. People said,
it can't get worse. It can't get worse.
I heard a rumor to even worse. I heard a rumor that Johnson has panic attacks and literally has to go.
It's not a rumor.
He has to go right.
Yeah, well, it's not a rumor. Sorry, I got to stamp on the
locks himself in a bathroom, and they literally have to drag him out of the bathroom because you have a panic attack. How can you run a city when you can't even be?
Well, he's not. Brother, God, I love you. You know that.
We can go for hours and hours and hours.
Brother forever, and thank you for all your friendship and support. And you're an A guest. And every time we had you on, we got ratings, and people love you, and I love you, and you're an institution. You should be an institution. No, but
true.
Jeremy, I asked my wife if I was the only one, and you know what she said to me? The others were 8s and 9s. So that hurt. Any concerts coming up? I know I saw you at Steve Miller, Anything? Any good shows coming up?
You know, I'm actually right now looking to get tickets to the Sphere to go see U2 at the Sphere. I got to do that. I got to do that at sometime soon.
I don't want to reveal anything here because it could be not good for me. But
okay,
I have
don't do that. But I will tell you this. You know who
I have a hookup. I have a hookup.
Okay.
I don't have free. I don't have free.
I don't care about free. I don't care about free.
Okay. I don't care about free either. But I got the guy
at
the Sphere in Vegas. I got the guy.
We're going to talk offline.
His name is Ryan Zuber. Your call he'll take. Nobody else will take.
I think I'll like Ryan Zuber. I'll give Ryan Zuber a call.
People call him and people call him and he goes, "This is another one of Mancow's asshole friends." Yeah, no, I don't have no. Listen. I don't have $800 Taylor Swift tickets. Sorry, I don't know. No, I don't have them. Now the same thing with the Sphere. You're going to get whatever the price is, but you're going to get great seats, and he's going to take care of you.
That I expect.
And I'm going to be sitting there again soon. We might be sitting next to each other.
I'm going to give you a little insight onto my music taste. I went on a little road tour to follow Rufus Du Sol. I don't know if you know Rufus Du Sol, but they're a little bit of like lower EDM sort of stuff, but more calming. That's kind of who I follow right now, and I chase.
Let's smoke opium and listen to them.
Yes, man. Now we're talking.
Okay. All right. You look good. Family's good. Everybody's good.
Everybody's
Horses
wonderful.
are good. Okay.
My daughter's getting married in May, so I'm very, very excited about that too. So I'm happy.
I remember when she was born.
I know. Crazy, right? It goes by quick, Mancow. And listen, you and I are together forever. You can't lose me. So I'm here whenever you want.
You're my brother. I love you. Thanks for coming back to town. I should have been there. I had a ton of invites. Boy, did I blow that one.
It's okay.
You know, I
you just better be there when it's mine.
Is it going to happen?
I don't know. I keep hope. I keep faith.
We'll keep hope alive. All right. As my mom used to love, as my mom, keep me in your prayers, Jeremy. Folks, let's keep each other in prayer. These are tough times. And we'll be back. The next show is going to be about prophecy, and we're going to tell you dates and times and when things are going to happen. Just be like Hal Lindsey, the late great planet Earth. That went over everyone's head, but that's okay. Jeremy, good seeing you. Everybody love you. And as my mom used to say, shut up.